Hey, what's up, Spartacus? It's showing 0 people in my room. But yet here's Spartan commenting on my page. You missed something. What do you mean? Oh shit, what the fuck is that flying, yo? There's some... Yo! It just landed in my wife's mom's backyard. There was some insect, yo, and I'm not kidding you. It was probably the size of my finger length here. Maybe a little bit bigger. And, I don't know, man. This thing looked like a giant dragonfly or something. I've never seen anything like that. It landed over here. I just don't know where. Landed in the grass over there. I don't know where. Penny said you were not on tonight. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I was gonna do my laundry. I was gonna do my laundry tonight, right? But all of a sudden it's here again. It got up in the 80s here today, and it got pretty humid and hot today actually. I was at work and I had to take my shirt off. I started sweating my off, and I looked at the forecast, and tomorrow or the next day there's supposed to be a chance of rain. I think it might be the next day. So I said, you know what, I'll just do laundry on the day it rains, because I can't be outside doing a live feed anyways, so I might as well be at the fucking laundromat on the shitty days. It makes sense. It got hot here today too in Wisconsin. LOL, okay. Penny knows about my damn laundry. I always say I'm gonna do it, and then I don't do it for like a month and a half. I keep putting it off. Every other day I'm like, okay guys, I won't be on tomorrow, having a live feed, or doing the laundry, and then I'm live. And I prolong it, because I have to go to the laundromat, and the laundromat's probably 3 miles away. About 3 miles. But I gotta bag up all my clothes, lug them into the truck, drive the 3 miles, lug them out of the truck inside the place, wash all my clothes, lug them back out of there, load them in the truck, drive all the way home again, then lug them back in the house. Then I still gotta hang all my stuff or dry all my stuff. It's just a whole big fucking headache. It's a giant headache, huh? Do you and Mrs. not do each other's? No, here's the thing. We used to, just do it right here at the house as a family. My wife used to do the laundry. And then our washing machine took a shit. Literally, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 days after fucking the warranty was up. How convenient, huh? So, we have a dryer that works. We just don't have a washing machine. And I don't have the money to buy one right now. We just don't have the money for a washing machine. So, unfortunately, I have to lug all my stuff to the laundromat. She does hers next door at her mom's. If she needs laundry done, she'll go next door to her mom's and do a load. Me, I got a lot of shit. My mom won't even let me do it at her house anymore. So now I really have no choice but to bring it to the laundromat. "4 days, that's what it was, okay. I knew it was one of those days. Yeah, it died right after the warranty was up. It just took a shit. Stopped working. Turns on and everything, like the lights and shit come on, but nothing moves. My smart TV did the same. Yeah, our TV's fucked up too. We just had a TV go bad on us too. I forget what the problem is. She'll have to tell you what the problem is with the TV. I forgot already. I don't think it'll turn on or something. LG's only by Sony now. LOL. Sony's. always thought LG was kind of good though, you know. My phone's an LG, but then again, this phone sucks. Oh my God, did you see the new iPhones yet? The security guard at the bank today was actually showing me pictures of this phone he's gonna get. He's like all excited about getting the new fucking iPhone. He's like, look, it's got fucking not one, not two, but 3 cameras on the back. I'm like, why the hell does your phone need 3 cameras? I don't get it. It's a small device like mine, a cell phone, but it has 3 cameras in the same general area. All basically one right next to each other. What's the purpose of that? Is that for taking like panoramic pictures so you can like fucking, it'll rotate around because it'll get the peripherals of both sides of you or something? Wow, I am upgrading January. Yeah, I definitely can't afford that, that's for sure. They'll probably want at least $1,000 for one of those, at least. Probably more. The cheapest you're probably gonna find them is fucking $999.99. That's a lot of fucking moolah. That's like 3 weeks of working for me. I definitely won't be getting it, but I want to get a better phone than I have now. Maybe an older iPhone, you know. Maybe not the newest version, but maybe an iPhone. But that's on like the iPhones that are out now or whatever. Because once the new ones come out, all the other ones are going to start dropping in prices. Hey, I'll take one. The cameras have got a quality's got to be 100 times better than this fucking crap I got over here. I have 8. My kid will get it. I think with my washer, it's something stupid like a belt. Yeah. What are you gonna do though, you know? It's fucking life. Lugging bags up to the laundromat. Life. That's little roadblocks and obstacles you gotta deal with on a daily basis. You know, you wanna come home from work, you worked hard all day, and you wanna come home and you wanna relax. Then you gotta go do the laundry, which is a pain in the ass. But it eventually has to get done if I want to wear clean underwear and socks. It just has to get done. I don't know, we've been getting pretty lucky here in Tonawanda, New York, above my head, y'all. We've been getting pretty damn lucky with the UFO sightings lately. I've been seeing one every night. I just witnessed this crazy insect. It had to be an insect. It was something flying, but it was probably like this big, like the length of my fingers from my thumb to my finger. That's how big it was. It was bigger than this. It was about the size of this flying through the air. But it had one of those long backs, like button backs, real long. I don't know if it was a dragonfly, a praying mantis. It was definitely some kind of insect I've never seen before, and it flew right over my fucking head. And I tried to get the camera on it. This was in the beginning of the live feed. I tried to get the camera on it, and as soon as I raised up the camera, it dipped down and it landed in my mother-in-law's yard over here. And I didn't see where it went. I just know it landed in the back corner by the shed over here. But whatever it was a freaky looking insect, and it was huge. It was bigger than any dragonfly I ever seen before. It was way bigger than any dragonfly. You know, I've seen videos of like little things that look like dragonflies, but then when you get close up to them, they actually have 2 legs like a human. They look like a little fairy flying. This thing could have been a fucking fairy. I'm not kidding you, y'all. I believe in fairies. They exist. I've seen the video. I don't believe that video was doctored in any shape, way, or form. I have it posted on my page, you know, from months back. Of that fairy that, they were walking through like an orchard, this family, they're from like the UK or something, and they walk up to this tree. You guys probably seen it. And this thing comes, like, flies right at them as they're videotaping. And you can clearly see looks like a miniature little person. It's got 2 legs and arms, but it's got giant, big wings. Well, something flew right over me and landed in the yard over here. And I don't know what it was. It wasn't a dragonfly because I've never seen one that big in my life anyways, not in Western New York. The moon's getting there. Friday it's going to be a full moon. Friday it's going to be a full moon. It's going to be a full moon on Friday, y'all. I am checking out at Family Dollar now. Okay. Okay, baby cakes. Even them two, I touched one. A fairy? You touched a fairy, Spartan. That's cool shit. I believe in them. They're like Bigfoot. They're not, there's not a million of them on the planet, you know what I mean? There are very few of them, but they do exist on this planet. Every country's probably got like 5 to 10 of them in an entire country, maybe. Who knows? Because you barely ever see them. They're just like Bigfoots. They're elusive. But one has been documented on video, and it was an extreme close-up. And I don't believe there was any doctoring of that video at all. And I believe I seen a video of someone else, saying that there was no doctoring of this video. And the other week, one flew into my camera. That's crazy. I'm telling you, something flew right over my head here. It came right over the roof of my house. I was standing right here, and I looked over into the sky, and I happened to see something start flying downwards right alongside the roof. And then it came right down here, and as I went to go lift the camera to videotape it, it dipped down below the fence and it landed in the yard over here. I can't get over there because there's a gate up. Maybe when my wife gets home, I'll have her go take a look. Because I didn't see anything fly up yet, and that thing was big enough where I would notice it. I would probably definitely notice it. These clouds coming at me right now, they're actually lighting up. I just seen pulses of light right in here, in this little cloud right here. It was just flashing. Look at the Illuminati eye back there. You see it? The reptilian Illuminati eye. Look at that. Little eyeball right there. No, it won't flash. I put the camera on and it stops flashing. We got some rigids over here. I like when we get these little bumpy clouds, these little rigid ones like that. Boop, 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 boop. Whoa. Boop, 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 boop. A gold light, and the kid you not my camera acted like it got something in its eye. Really? Well, I believe in all that. Wendigos, Bigfoots, these skinwalkers, whatever they're called, Mothman. Mothman's real too. The Mothman Prophecies, you ever see that movie? The Mothman Prophecies? Well, that shit's real. Mothman exists. And it's always seen right before something bad always happens. Like it was seen on top of that bridge in like West Virginia that collapsed and killed fucking hundreds of people or whatever. People say they seen it on the Trade Center the day before 9/11. I believe someone even had posted a video on 9/11 of some mysterious creature-looking thing with a giant wingspan flying away from the top of the Trade Center on September 10th. They seem to know when carnage is about to happen. These mythical creatures, they do exist. In some crazy way, y'all, they exist. Because of portals, things like this, these things exist. These fairies, they can be beings from another planet. You know, just like the Greys are, just like other extraterrestrial races of aliens are, the fairies could actually be from another planet or something. You know what I'm saying? Bigfoots could actually be from another planet. People never came up with that one. I've never heard anybody talk about that at all. The possibility that maybe Bigfoots are ETs. You get what I'm saying? Because there's supposedly reptilian ETs, there's ant-looking gray ones. You know, why couldn't there be big hairy ones? They say there's aliens that look human, so why can't Bigfoot be aliens? You know, what if they themselves operate UFOs and have their own UFOs? And people think like they live here in the woods, but they actually just come down from space in the woods when people hear them and shit. You never know, y'all. Bigfoots could actually be ET related as well. No one's ever I've never heard anybody talk about that though, that theory. I've never heard anybody talk about that theory at all. If a city or town want a cop follow me, well, get off your damn phone before you get a ticket. Stop typing. Sending positive energy. Thank you, Spartan. Did notifications go out at all? Spartan, did you get a notification? Maz, if you're still here, Maz, did you get a notification? Did you guys get notified of this video? Of this live feed? Fairies. Bigfoots. Loch Ness. Wendigos. Spirits. Exorcisms. Exorcists happen, people. People get possessed by demons and the devil all the fucking time. More than you would actually think. And exorcisms are they're really being done in real life, people. They're being done on people. I've seen videos of a real exorcism. And it is fucking creepy. The way that these, like, they can make, or it, whatever it is, can make the woman sound just like a fucking, have like a guyish demon voice almost. Like, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like shocked that that even came out of a petite, you know, woman's body. And you're like, whoa, you know that bitch is possessed right now. Gotta be possessed. That can happen to any one of us at any given time, y'all. That can happen to you. That can happen to me. That can happen to anybody on here. You know, if a demon spirit was, not only are there human, ex-human spirits on Earth, there are also spirits that are not human. They are demonic in demon form. And these things, they, you know, depending on where you're at, you can go into a location that could have a haunting with a demonic, you know, at any given time, and this thing could attach itself to you, literally. And make you do crazy ass shit, including hurt somebody else, including commit suicide. Crazy shit, y'all. I wonder where everybody's at tonight. Nobody got notifications? I need to know. Naz, you got a notification? Spartan has an answer. Oh, yes, I got it. What about the wife? Did you get a notification at all? Yeah, I was wondering, where is everyone? Well, I did say I wasn't having a live feed tonight. I did say that yesterday. So, people are probably like, he said he was taking off. I'm not even going to check. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Penny said you were not on. Well, Penny was wrong. Penny was so wrong. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be on. But it was such a nice day. It's not cold out here at all. It's a good night. You can actually sit outside and look in the sky tonight. Whoa. These clouds look weird right here. There's like something trying to push out of them, it looks like. It's a portal. It's a portal to the gateway of hell. Why would you even risk it? My sky, yes, my sky too is finally clear of clouds. Mine still has some. But it has been clearing out as the day. Well, no, most of the day, it was partly cloudy, but it was sunny mostly all day. And it got into, it got up to about probably 80, I'm going to say 83, 84 today. And that's nice, that's a nice day. I wish they all could be like that, you know what I mean? Not too hot, not too cold. Today was perfect. Today was the perfect day. It really was. It was a perfect day. As far as temperature goes, I wish it could be that temperature all year round. Even right now, they said the coldest it's supposed to get tonight is 70 degrees. So that's not that bad for nighttime, 70 degrees. It really ain't that bad for nighttime. It's a little chilly still, but... Man, this cloud is looking weirder and weirder here. These fucking mosquitoes are tearing me up back here. They're tearing me up a new asshole. They're on my fingertips and everything. Holy shit. I gotta get the fuck out of here. What the fuck did I do with that? Is that it? That's cold. Do I dare? That's warm. I don't know, that's kind of cold too. Let's feel this one. Yeah, that's kind of warm. Let's hit the bricks. Yo, what's up, CSD? Mark, run it. What up, Mark? What's going on, guys? How you doing? .9 hit today. Yeah, I seen the comment you wrote. That's a nice one. That's a nice little reminder. You know what I mean? Gotta shake the house a little bit. Oh yeah. Gonna be shaking, rocking and rolling. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta go in the house and grab a water. Enjoy the moon until I get back. Let me know if you see anything fly by that moon. Here, I'll zoom in on it. Where'd it go?
She has something to address. Yeah. What did you say this morning when you were over there? About Scott? About them taking yourself out for dates? Cool. Yes, you did. I'm just saying. I'm just saying something better the other day. No, you said you were going to say something about stop stalking. Yeah, yes, you did.
But I'll do it. I don't remember saying that.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back at it, y'all. Back at it like a bad habit. I'm sure you guys, hey, why do I only have one like, though? There's 5 of my good friends in here, and I only got one like. Something ain't right about that. Something ain't right about that, y'all. I hope and I take it that, if any trolls came in while I was gone, you guys would have handled them properly and disposed of them in the nearest trash receptacle. Whatever the fuck the word is. Receptacle. Receptacle. Like NG, that me on the Luke, I hit it on the way in. I got 3 now. That's a little better. 3's a little better. Oh yeah. We got a light over here. Could see me a little better. Oh, that's perfect. But I hope I don't get sprayed by no damn skunk. You know what I mean? Look at that. You can see me perfect now. Would you look at that? I hit it on my way in. No trolls came in while I was gone, guys. I got people stalking me again. One person in particular. Taking my videos and putting them in their playlists. Living in a fantasy world like we're together. Sick people. Sick people. So we gotta keep vigilant on the block buttons at all times. What? What? Yeah. The moon is looking mighty right tonight, though. I will say that. The moon is looking right. It's almost full, but it ain't full yet. Boom. That's a good view. That's like a painting right there. That could be a painting. And an audio painting. With the crickets. No trolls. Alright. That's what I like to see. Everyone is accounted for. There are no stalkers in the room tonight. Good shit. The American flag blowing. You're off work tomorrow? Proud to be an American, well at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the man who died to give that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. I work for me. I'm off work tomorrow. I wish I was off work. I don't get off till Saturday. Saturday is my day off. Mark's his own boss. He works for him. I work for me. He works for him. What's new? You know, same old shit. Just sitting out here hoping to catch a glimpse of something, my friend. I'll tell you what I did see, though, CSD. You know, I can't with 100% certainty say that what I seen was a fairy, but I seen a flying object. You know, it was an insect of some sorts. It looked like one. It had wings, and it was huge. It was huge. It was like a dragonfly, but like 10 times the size. It was like a dragonfly on fucking steroids, given to him by Vince McMahon. And this thing flew right over my head, and it landed in my mother-in-law's backyard. And I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like that. Never seen anything insect-like that looks like a one of those, what are they called, dragonflies. Never seen anything that looked like that before that was that size. This thing was huge. Could have been an actual fairy. Never know. I believe they do exist. I've seen videos of them. You know, I believe in everything. Like I said, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, you know, UFOs, of course. Aliens, of course. Loch Ness Monster, I believe in that, although I don't believe it's... Nessie's not killing people. But Nessie exists. Well, our parliament in the UK is officially a national embarrassment. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, welcome to the embarrassment club, because, you know, we're embarrassed at the antics our president does, how he tweets about everything, and you know, he's basically a flat-out blatant racist, and he don't care. He don't care. Brexit. I keep hearing about this Brexit shit. I keep hearing about this. What is this? What the hell does that even mean? I keep seeing people talking about it everywhere, but I don't understand what it means. I never looked it up. Ooh, what do we got here? UK voted to leave the EU, European Union. So what does that actually mean? What does that mean? By them leaving the union, what does it mean, actually? I don't know too much about that stuff. I want to know, though, because, I keep hearing people talk about it. A lot of my subs are from the UK. So I'd like to know about these things, because I'm not getting any news coming out of the UK at all around here. On our TVs, they don't show anything about the UK at all. They don't show us anything. Anything I hear about the UK usually comes from YouTube. Comes from YouTube, y'all. YouTube land. Fucking YouTube land. Boys and girls. Whoa, the sky just flashed. Y'all seeing the sky flash? Where's the moon? Right there. There's the moon. Well, let me see my finger. Follow my finger. Right about here, the sky was just flashing. I don't know if that's because of the moon flashed or what. It was weird. Thought you weren't live tonight. Well, Penny, you know me by now, Penny. Come on, every time I say I'm doing laundry, I get too lazy and I never do the shit. But today there's actually a method to my madness, because today was actually a hot day. It got up to like 84 degrees. And it felt like summer again today. And it was just nice, and I was like, do I want to be stuck in a laundromat? So I checked the weather to see when it was going to rain. And it's supposed to rain, in a couple of days. So if it rains, I'm going to go to the laundromat. Why waste good days, good weather days stuck in a laundromat when you could just, on the shitty days when you can't skywatch anyways, go to the laundromat, you know what I mean? You sounded like it was real this time. Debbie, what's up, Debbie? Penny, you should know by now he's never serious about not knowing lie. any European can marry an African and walk in and get a house and free everything while our war veterans sleep on the streets. So wait a second. You mean the other way around? Like an African can come in and marry a European person, and then they give the African everything? You mean, or is it the European moves to Africa? Go back and read. EU makes many laws, including telling us how much fish we can take from our waters, while other countries can take more. Okay. Any migrant from Europe can come from poor countries such as Poland and get access to our free health care and benefits. Well, it's like that, Maz. It's been like that here. It's been like that here. You know, I got denied medical insurance. I reapplied for it because my time was up. You know, you had to renew it, and when I applied for it, you know, they denied me. I gotta pay. But you know, Mohammed from Pakistan, who just came over 2 weeks ago. Oh, he's got full medical, full dental, all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That shit's been happening here for years. He's got welfare, food stamps, you know, the whole 9 yards. One time here, I was homeless. No limit to the amount we had. One time I was homeless, and I went into the RAF building. It's the building where you get food stamps and you know, emergency money and you know, shelter, whatever have you. They offer everything. So I go in there. I tell them I'm homeless. Okay, I tell them I need emergency food stamps. I say I haven't eaten in close to a week now, and I'm literally starving, and I have nowhere to live, and I need food stamps. And they say, okay, fill out all these things. You spend an hour and a half to 2 hours in there filling out all these forms. Okay, then you bring them back up to the window, and then they tell you, okay, now you just gotta come back, have your landlord sign this statement here, bring that back, and you're all set. And I look at the lady and I say, don't you remember we had a conversation before I brought this in? I was telling you that I was homeless, that I don't have a place to live. And she goes, yeah. And I said, how am I supposed to get a landlord statement? You can't. I said, what am I, magically turn my park bench into a landlord and make them sign a piece of paper? Because I don't think that's ever going to happen. But meanwhile, I seen this drug dealer that I knew. He was a crack dealer, and you know, he had a fucking Mercedes Benz. He had probably, you know, $20,000 to $30,000 on worth of gold chains around his neck, $300 pair of jeans, $250 pair of sneakers on, you know, and he's coming out, you know, on the phone talking about, yo, babe, get the kids, we done came up, you know, and they're giving him food stamps, and I'm like, wow, I'm homeless, can't get them. This dude's got a pocket full of money. He's probably got, you know, $18,000 in his pocket right now in cash. And, you know, he walks out with $500 a month worth of food stamps. The system's fucked up. It's been fucked up. Our ancestors go back thousands of years, but now watered down. Yeah, tampered with. The genes are completely changed. You know, all this crazy stuff going down. You got lots of like interracial breeding and things like that, you know, taking place. So, you know, once you get a lot of mulattoes, which are white people and black people, having sex and making babies, then you have the mixed babies that are half white, half black. Then they have babies with either a white guy or a black guy, you know, and eventually everything becomes mixed. And before you know it, everybody walking around on the planet is going to look mixed from the two, the two different things breeding for so long, for so many years. Everything is going to look mixed. All the people you see. That's what's going to happen, I'm telling you. Eventually, we're all going to look mixed. Oh my God, Mrs. What Mrs. say? Remember when I took you, she cheated on me with somebody from YouTube. Now this bitch is taking songs off his page and putting them in her playlist. Yipper. Crazy fucking shit. Fucking stalkers. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, man. Block them and remove them. See you later. Nope. We don't want any. We don't want any. Bye-bye now. Have a nice day. What the fuck is this? This thing has just been blinking green like crazy. It reminds me of that thing that flew over my head the other week. I'm thinking maybe this thing's gonna try to circle around on me, y'all. I think that was that thing that came over my head the one day. I'm not 100% positive. This thing's going around the tree. This thing's trying to circle around on me, I think, y'all. Damn, I can't get this cigarette out of the pack. Where'd that blinking fucking thing go? Where'd that blinking thing go? Crazy shit. Crossbreeded people. The earth's soon gonna be mixed. It's all gonna be mixed, y'all. I'm telling you. Mark my words. In the next, 500 years from now, everything walking around is gonna be mixed. In some shape, way, or form. I gotta keep my eye out behind me here, because that thing was circling around me. Make sure he ain't creeping up on me with whatever that object was. Seven people watching. Is that my dog barking? Why did the dog start barking all of a sudden? That was fucking weird. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spartans 5. Well, I see 5 of us here. Oh, Debbie's 6. Debbie would be 6. It just means there's one person. Oh, it's CSD. CSD is 7. Even though CSD was here. So he could be the 7th one. Debbie, I will visit soon. You're going to visit Debbie? You're flying to the States? Whoa, Misha, what's up, brother? Brother man. What's up, brother man? Bet it goes down to 6. What, the people in here watching? Well, it's up to 8 now on my end. We got 8. The 8 ball shaking around.
I ever win the lotto? No, absolutely not. That basically sums it up. There's just a random white dot in the sky right here, people. Like a little energy of light right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's right above my center. It's just a little white circle, and it looks like it's being illuminated a little bit behind the cloud there. Michael, there is no Michael. Michael's not here. Michael's a no-show. Well, Michael usually shows up late lately. I think Michael's been working. So coming in late, like on his break and shit. He might show up by the end of it. I want guns out of movie and TV shows. Then they can have our guns. They ain't never getting our guns. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never getting our guns. They're never gonna get our guns. Unless you let them. I know I'm not gonna let them. They're not coming into my house to check around for firearms. That's for sure. If it ever gets that fucking bad, there's gonna be a lot of people rebelling. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of rebelling. All those people with the guns are then going to start rebelling. You know why they're going to start rebelling? Because it's their right. It's their right. It's, you know, in the whatever, the amendment or in the Constitution, whatever, the right to bear arms. You know, it's their God-given right. You take that away, Michael, there's Michael. Captain came 10 minutes ago. I didn't see you, Captain. I didn't see you 10 minutes ago. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there he is. Please, let's make sure to hit the like button for the captain. All right. Well, there's all 7. There's no stalkers in tonight. They must got a hot date with another YouTuber. Oh, shit, here comes that object. I told you, y'all. I told you this thing was going to circle back on me. I fucking knew it. That's the same object, y'all. No, maybe it ain't. I don't know. This thing's flying. No, I don't know what that is. Is that the same object? I don't know. No, that's a plane. No Gary tonight. Stepped out, sorry. That's alright, Misha. No Gary tonight. Gaddy, I wanted to talk a little Seinfeld tonight, man. Where are you? Night's not complete unless you get some Seinfeld references in there. Festivus for the rest of us. I can't stay long, my boyfriend is here. That's cool, bro. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a lot. This water actually tastes crisp for once. The spring water tastes crisp. It's brought up or like the other night. Maybe you just gotta let it roll off your shoulders. We block them and remove them, so, you know, don't even let it phase you. Block them, remove, they're gone that quick. Don't even think about it. Keep it moving. I know it's easier done, but that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, y'all. What the hell's going on here? I want this change over to my face. There we go. Let's get some different camera qualities going here, shall we? See my sketch? Can we see my face now? A little bit. This one we can see me a good bit. Alright, I guess we'll talk like this, because then at least you can see my mouth talking. Whoa, we got something else. Oh, that's flying away from me. That's flying away from me. Oh, I forgot on this one you could actually see, like, lights show up black. Any heat shows up black. If anything's giving off heat, it's going to show up black, I think. Or any light source will show up black. So if we got anything flying in the sky giving off lights, it'll probably show off black. The moon, if it ever gets back out of that cloud again, will probably show black. Road Warrior. Hawk and Animal. The Road Warriors. The Legion of Doom. You gotta put the boom down for the Legion of Doom. Yeah, Penny, that's what I say. We block them and remove them so fast, don't even pay them no mind. Keep it moving. You know, they take the time and effort to create the pages. We just block them and remove them that fast. And then those pages become useless. They can't comment. They can't do anything anymore. They're useless. You throw them in the garbage where they belong. What's this light? Of course, the star's not showing up black. Sketch. Haunt. Where's Haunt? There's Haunt. That's what I like. Alright. There we go. What app are you using? Oh, just whatever my phone gives me. It's options that pop up through YouTube on my phone. So whatever YouTube, gives me here. It gives me normal. It gives me beam. Gives me blush. Gives me pop. Gives me crush. Gives me glow. Gives me slate. Gives me noir. Gives me dawn. Gives me bubbles. We got bubbles now. You guys want to watch some bubbles? How about a dance party? Dooch 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 dooch. Billy Bob, what? What the fuck you mean, Billy Bob? Man, been a long time. Hello, people. How y'all been? Sorry didn't find y'all sooner. Billy Bob. Billy Bob. Are we sure that's the right Billy Bob and not someone playing games? What? Yeah, but how do we know it's the right Billy Bob? How do we know it's really Billy Bob?
It's not.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. How do we know it's not? Did you click on the page? I don't. With all the trolling going on, you don't know these days. You can't be too sure. Sorry, Billy Bob, if it's really you, just being cautious. Billy Bob was an old moderator of mine, guys. Billy Bob used to mod for me back in the day. When, when the major troll problems were going on. They were trolling Billy Bob too. They were hacking him. They were doing all sorts of stuff to Billy Bob too, so. Huh? What?
There's 43 subs and I'm already subbed to the person.
Oh, you already subbed to him? Oh, all right. Well, then I guess it is the real Billy Bob. All right. All right. Well, we just had to confirm that it was you, Billy Bob. That's all. How you been? It's been a long time, man. Where you been? I never left. You know, even if you typed in my old name, if you typed in the Bureau Freedom Fighter, the Red, White, and Disclosure page still pops up. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. But I know, a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it. Billy Bob. Long time no see. Welcome back. Way better than the last time I talked to you. Well, that's good to hear, Billy Bob. That's good to hear. Me too. Me too. As you can see, I clearly changed the format of the whole page. You know, we're fighting for disclosure now, but we're still talking about Planet X. We're still talking about chemtrails. We're still talking about conspiracy theories, Bigfoots, fairies, Loch Nesses, you know, everything. We're still talking about everything over here. But a majority of it's UFO. UFO disclosure being the #1 goal in mind. Thank you, Billy Bob. I appreciate that. I do got some really good ones. I got some good ones. LOL, Bigfoot's fairy. Well, that's good. Me and the misters doing mitters. There's a lot of Miss Billy Bob. I was diagnosed with stage 2 brain cancer. Debbie, you should remember Billy Bob. You were around when Billy Bob was modding, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Been having some crazy sightings happening to me over here, Billy Bob, like you wouldn't believe, man. The other night I had a UFO fly right over my head. Very, you know, it was low too. And it stopped directly above my head and it just hovered there for 20 fucking minutes. Giving me one of the best light shows I've ever seen with my eyes. And then it took off so fast to the southern hemisphere, like a speeding fucking bullet, and left a green trail all the way across the sky. That stretched from north to south. Been having lucid dreams of being abducted. Been having a lot of missing time. You missed a lot, my friend, a lot. Oof. Hope y'all doing okay with that. Stage 4 lung cancer. I had to put her down into the grave a few weeks ago. Sorry about that, Billy Bob. That sucks, man. Billy, did you know what aerials are? Message retracted. Jeez, Road Warrior. I got it too, Billy. Hey, Debbie, hope you are well. Michael says. Hi, Maz, hope you are well. We hope you are well, Michael. I hope everything's, going good for you, Mike. You're the best, brother. You are the best. What are aerials? Glad to see you're fine. go down to the field here. We can get a good vantage point on the entire sky from down here. And if we have any objects fly over, we're going to spot them. We're going to spot them. Billy, you used to be around when I used to do those UFO summonings, didn't you? Remember when I used to do those UFO summonings, Billy? Were you around then? Remember, everyone used to call me a UFO magnet, like Cosmic. We were just talking about Cosmic and Peacemaker the other day. How they disappeared right around the same time you disappeared too, Billy Bob. It was weird. And they haven't been back since. Cosmic and Peacemaker, they just totally disappeared right off the radar. Cosmic came back one time to say hello, and then we ain't seen him in 8, 9, 10, 11 months now, something like that. Ariel is all controlled by demonic entities, which projects the clouds. Oh yeah. Something crazy's going on in our skies, y'all. That's for sure. Who's Mark? Mark Run. Mark Run. Mark is Run It. Run It is Mark. Run It is Mark Run. Billy, check out Chief Strongbow, please. Man, you're always hyping up that Chief Strongbow, Road Warrior. You be always coming in here hyping up Chief Strongbows. Chief Strongbow sending you over to try to rail up my subs and get them to go on over to Chief Strongbow's page. First got blocked. I didn't block Mark Run, that's for sure. No, I think he said his page was terminated or something. Look at that moon. Still got the dog? Yeah, I still got the dog, man. That's my baby. You know my baby ain't going anywhere. The dog's like my kid. I'll do anything for that dog. That's my best friend. Besides my wife, that's my best friend in all the world. He's never mad at me. You know, he always wants to talk and snuggle up and, you know, just make me feel all good inside. He's always there, you know. He lends his ear and his shoulder. He's a good pup. He's a good pup. Although he ain't a pup no more, but he's still always going to be a pup to me. I want a dog, a black German Shepherd. No, he just showed me what's up in the sky. I've been watching him for about 4 years now. There's all kinds of shit going on in our sky every day. There's so many different programs being run on our sky, it's not even funny. You know, from what you're talking about, the aerials, to, you know, geoengineering, chemtrailing, to the Blue Beam Project, to HARP, you know, to skunk work, you know, UFOs flying around. There's all kinds of programs being done on our skies. Geomagnetic storms, weather manipulation. Check, y'all. It's all being done. It's all going on. We know why it's being done. We just want them to admit why it's being done. You know, Earth is heating up, y'all. It's heating up. Earth's heating up. If, in case y'all haven't seen the videos, everything's melting, y'all. Everything's fucking melting. Like all the ice and shit and the glaciers in Alaska that were on the land, they all melted. You know, they're gone. I seen a video on it the other day. Somebody sent, I don't know if Penny sent, somebody sent me one of those videos. It's gone, people. The fucking Earth is heating up. So either the sun is getting hotter or our atmosphere, our ozone layer is getting weaker. Therefore, if it's getting weaker, the sun's rays are going to become 10 times hotter because we don't have that atmosphere to, keep them at bay. Also, if any meteorites or asteroids come, we're not going to be able to burn them up as good as we used to because the fucking atmosphere is so fucked up. So if any CMEs come, and I believe that's why chemtrailing's being done, because prolonging the inevitable by chemtrailing. Okay? Because what the chemtrailing's doing is it's keeping the heat away. It's taking those rays from the sun and bouncing them right back into space off the chemtrails. So yeah, we're still getting sun rays, but we're not getting, otherwise it would probably be, in the 90s to hundreds everywhere on this fucking planet, probably. Who knows? We know shit is heating up. The ocean waters the temperature is rising in the oceans. All the water levels are starting to rise. All the ice and all the glaciers and permafrost and all that shit, all, around Alaska and going up north towards the North Pole and shit, all that shit's starting to melt, y'all. Iceland, I seen a video, Greenland, I seen a video about all the ice and glaciers on Greenland have all melted. That's another place, in Greenland. All the glaciers and ice in Greenland, the permafrost, all that shit, it all melted, y'all. So we know Earth is heating up. We already had our ice age, okay? This ain't grand solar minimum bullshit over here. Okay, because they push ice age bullshit on the people. Earth already had its ice age, y'all. And it wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't. We had an ice age already. Therefore, we're not going to plunge ourselves right back into another fucking ice age. It's going to be the reverse opposite of an ice age. And the reverse opposite of an ice age would be heat. Hot. The entire Earth is going to heat up. So fucking hot. Volcanoes are going to erupt everywhere. Earthquakes are going to happen everywhere. There's going to be fires, forest fires just blazing and ravaging across the entire fucking country. You know what I'm saying? Of the United States and Canada and everywhere. It's going to get hot, people, and it's going to get hotter. And all the chemtrails are doing are keeping them at bay for right now. But eventually our atmosphere is going to keep weakening because we are still using fossil fuels, people. Gas, oil, factories are putting pollution, all the smoke, all that shit going into our skies, being burnt off and going into our skies. That's putting huge holes in our ozone layers and shit. And what that's doing is it's causing the sunlight to therefore be 10 times hotter because, it's not protecting us from them. It's common sense. It really is. That's what happens when people piss off Mother Earth. Exactly. That's exactly what happens. It's fossil fuels, man. It's fucking oil, gas, all that good stuff. And you know what? We have the technologies where we don't even have to use gas or oil no more, but the governments of the world will not release those technologies. They kill people that try to release those technologies, y'all. People have died trying to release cleaner and safer energies into the world. People have died and lost their lives because of it. Because for the simple fact that is their biggest moneymaker, besides pharmaceuticals and drugs. That's their biggest moneymaker, y'all. Gas and oil. That is the biggest moneymaker of the government. And without that, they lose billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they're not ready for something like that. So they are living out this fossil fuel dream. They are riding it out for as long as they possibly can, y'all. And that's why they're chemtrailing, because they know they're fucking up the ozone, so they're chemtrailing to try to stop all that. Now, if they stopped with all the fossil fuels, the ozone in the atmosphere would eventually repair itself. It would take a long time. We got a UFO up there, y'all. We got a UFO, y'all. Y'all probably can't see it, but it's up there. Yeah, if they stopped with all the fossil fuels, like these trucks burning all that diesel and shit right here. Trucks burning up that diesel, all that shit's fucking up our atmosphere and our ozone, people. And if they stopped using all that shit, Earth would repair itself. But they're not stopping. They keep going, and that's why they're chemtrailing. Because the chemtrailing is keeping the Earth cooled. It's keeping it at bay, okay? For right now, it's keeping it at bay. But unfortunately, it's killing people in other ways now because now we have to breathe that shit in that they're using to stop all this, y'all. I'm surprised I'm not buffering right now because I'm speaking a little bit of truth. Yes, Mrs., I had to nurse my mom through it. There's cures for everything on this planet, okay? Everything. But diseases like AIDS and shit, those are man-made diseases. Those diseases were implemented into our society by someone, by another human. Those diseases were implemented into our society by another human. AIDS and HIV, okay? They were trying to take out the African American community, y'all. So they put the HIV virus, they injected the HIV virus into probably a couple prostitute females over, in the inner ghetto, inner city of, New York City or Chicago or one of those cities. And they just started screwing people and banging people and banging people, and that virus started spreading. Now, they were hoping that, see, this is before there was a lot of interracial relationships where you had white women dating black guys and black women dating white guys. This was before all that, y'all. And they never expected it would leave the hood. They were hoping to give it to the African Americans, and they were hoping they would wipe out themselves with this virus. But it backfired in their face, and it started spreading to Wall Street, and it started spreading to judges and lawyers and fucking congressmen and athletes and, people they never expected to get it. You get what I'm saying? And it kind of backfired in their face. But then they said, well, we can cash in on this now. We can give them basically a cure because they have a cure. If you have enough money, you won't even show signs or detect that you have HIV no more. Like Magic Johnson, he doesn't even test positive for HIV anymore. Okay, because he's got a lot of fucking money. But people like me, no. I wouldn't get all that good shit. I would just riddle away and fucking die. But that's what they want, population control. Plus, the ones that ain't supposed to get it, they can always just pay for the medication, and it costs a fortune. And guess who's selling it to them? The fucking government again. See, so it's a win-win for them. I used to sub to you, miss. Told you we all have cancer 6 times in a lifetime, and you don't even know it unless you get sick. I bet. Probably do. Because there's a lot of times I feel like I got something. There's been a lot of times in the last, in the last 10 years, between 5 and 10 years, in that many years, those years, there's been 3 or 4 different times where I just, said to myself, I think I got some kind of cancer, because these pain, these feelings I'm getting, these are just fucking crazy. So I could have, you never know. Who knows? Penny, the only reason I found out I had brain tumor was because I had a seizure. I fell out of bed. They actually publicly released a cure for AIDS about 6 months ago and cured a person publicly, but after one time they don't talk about it anymore. Yeah, no, because only people with money can get it. That's why. People like Magic Johnson. But if I were to contact HIV somehow, and, I went to the doctors, got told I was positive, and then they wanted to put me on medications. Well, they wouldn't put me on the good ones that are curing people. They put me on the low market ones, the ones that, insurance would pay for and things like that. And the ones that don't work, they prolong your life a little longer. You might live an extra 10 years than you should have, but you're still going to pass away from the disease eventually. But if I had money, the government can cash in on me because they can charge me an arm and a leg every month to buy these fucking pills, these shots, whatever the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win. They put the disease here to try to take out people, primarily African Americans, for population control. It backfired in their face. Now they're cashing in on putting a cure out there, you know, and they're not giving it to the people they don't think are deserving of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fucking nobody, you better have a shit ton of money, because if not, you ain't getting it. Stem cells type of stuff. Mrs. That Caesar saved your life. Yeah, it did. She fell out of bed, and I woke up one night, and I reached over, and she wasn't there. Something just told me to wake up and look for her. So I opened my eyes, and I just looked over, and she was gone, and it's not like her to just be missing in the middle of the night. So I go to open the door of the bedroom. I lean over the bed to open the door, and my wife's laying face down on the floor, up against the door. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought she was dead. I literally thought she was dead. So I start screaming. I'm like, babe, babe, babe. And she wakes up like, what? Huh? And I'm like, what the hell are you doing on the floor? She's like, I don't know. And she had bruising all on the side of her face. She must have hit her head when she fell out of the bed. Well, anyways, you know, they were checking to make sure she was all right at the hospital. And right before they had her leave, they came back in and said, you know what, we want to take an MRI of your head because you do got some swelling around your eye. We just want to make sure there's no, you know, bruising or bleeding on the brain or anything like that, because we don't know how bad you hit your head because you were sleeping. And they bring her in, you know, and then they come back in the room, you know, an hour, 2, 3 hours later, and they're like, all nonchalantly, they're like, you know, nothing too major. We did find a brain tumor, but it's nothing to be alarmed about. These things turn out to be, you know, false most of the times anyway. Like, they're saying not cancerous, basically, most of the times anyways. He's like, you know, all nonchalant, like, I wouldn't worry about it. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, Fanny. That's bad. I refuse to... Me too, Maz. Me too. And you know what? They're getting psycho. They're getting fucking psycho at the pharmacy here, Maz. Every time I go to the fucking pharmacy, every single time, they try to con me into getting the flu shot. When I go to pick up my mother's medication, I'm not there for me. I'm there for my mother. I'm clearly picking up my medication. And as the pharmacist cashing me out, he says, hey, you got a few extra spare minutes? Come on back. I'll sit you down and give you a flu shot. And then I tell him, you know, well, I don't think my insurance will cover it. He's like, oh, no, it's on the house. It's free. Come on back. Let's give you that flu shot. You know, everybody's got to get them. They're, you know, we don't want you getting sick. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass. Thank you. I've never gotten one in my life, and I never will again. Ever. Because all they're doing is injecting you with a minor dose of the flu virus anyways. And number two, you don't know what they're putting in these things. They could be putting some new type of diseases or something in these things. And then people, you know, they find new diseases every day. Plagues happen all the time. And I always talk about plagues, people, because it's only a matter of time before we have another one. And I had a dream that a meteorite crashed in Brazil and actually hit the land. And it wasn't that big. It didn't cause, you know, damage or kill anybody or anything. But it was carrying with it this deadly bacteria that spread through the air and basically, you know, wiped out fucking 80% of the fucking planet in my dream. I survived in my dream, though. I was one of the survivors. That's crazy shit. I had it 2 years in a row. I got sick as a dog each time. My doc told me it was impossible. Yeah. They're basically injecting you with a small dosage of the influenza virus. So, like, the normal flu virus, say it's at 98% as far as toxicity, as far as making you feel sick, whatever. They put, out of that 98%, they put, like, you know, 5% probably of that inside in that shot and give it to you. Therefore, your body gets a little teeny, it's supposed to get a little teeny tiny sick, but nothing major, nothing that's going to kill you, and then you'll never get it again for the rest of the year, supposedly. But what they don't understand is there's different types of influenza viruses. There's different types of flu viruses, and these things are literally mutating every day. You know, I've seen videos on, you know, even on the news where they were talking about how, you know, these different flu viruses were starting to mutate and go from one thing to another, and people who were getting the flu shot were still getting sick, and It's fucking nuts. So why get the flu shot if there's still a chance you're going to get sick anyways? I'd rather fight it out. Now, you know who those flu shots are for? They're really primarily, like, the kids. I can see the young children having to get them because, you know, you don't, as a young child, the flu virus, influenza virus could actually kill you. So, yeah, no. And when you're really old, once you get above, 80 and you start getting in your 80s and 90s, you should definitely get a flu shot because the flu can fucking literally kill you when you're that old. But when you're, a teenager, when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you don't need that shit. Your body's still strong enough to fight it off. Sorry to hear that, Debbie. What happened? I really miss her. Man, who do you miss? Most doctors getting the most out of insurance possible. My mama got a flu shot and she was dead before a week was up. Are you serious, Debbie? What did they say she died of? Did they do an autopsy and say a cause of death? Did they say she died from the flu virus? If that's the case, you should have sued the fuck out of the hospital, whoever gave her, the government, somebody. The FDA. Somebody should have got sued. Buffering. Of course it's buffering, because we're speaking a little truth. That's why. Y'all know whenever I speak the truth, I buffer away. A buffer away. You know what they say? A buffer a day will keep the government away. At least that's what I say. Vaccines caused my son's autism. You see what I mean? Like I said, you don't know what they're putting in these things. These things are doing damage to people also. Yeah, sure, they are helping some people, but they're hurting some people as well. I don't get them. And I don't suggest anybody get them. I don't suggest, you get them unless you absolutely have to, unless it's by law. Because by law here in the United States, there are certain shots that your kids must have in order to attend school. You have to get them. You just have to get them. You know what I'm saying? Even I probably got them when I was younger. Who knows? Maybe they inject you with cancer right then and there. Your very first shot you get when you're a child, when you go to the doctor and they give you your first shot, whatever it is, maybe they inject you with cancer right then and there. And then it's up to you to trigger it. You never know. Mark, are you okay from the ETV? Wait, what? Hope the volcano blows up under. I would love to see that in my lifetime. If a volcano, one of the big ones blows up, we're all doomed. There'll be ash clouds covering the planet for years. Vaccines. What happened with Mark? I have a feeling the big one's going to hit here soon. This little earthquake we had, just wake up warning. Oh, yeah, for sure. That wasn't an earthquake, Mark. That was more likely a tremor. You know what I'm saying? Like an aftershock type thing. It's like the calm before the storm. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's a warning. You got a 3.5 to tell you, okay, guess what, guys? I'm active now over here. I just wanted y'all to know that I'm active over here. And, I'm getting angry and I'm about to fucking lose it and blow my top here. And that's what it's going to do soon. They say it's going to, California's going to have such a big earthquake that it, part of the fucking whole state's going to break away and float out into the Pacific Ocean and become like an island. And if you have an earthquake that big, guys, guess what? The whole state will be done for. You know why the whole state will be done for? Well, not the whole state maybe, but at least half. Tsunami. If they have a big earthquake over 10 on the Richter scale, you know what I'm saying? If it's as high as it can go, just fucking major earthquake, biggest earthquake in history, that would cause a tsunami so big off the shore of California, it's not even funny. And it would wipe out anything in its path. It would come so far inland, it would be crazy. Anybody living on the coast would then perish, would probably die. There's a base under Cali. There's bases under a lot of states. Colorado, I even heard there's one under New York. The first neurologist I seen, surgery, die, watch it till I die, watch death sentence. They were tall, dark, shadowy figures. They are some sort of divider from Earth to deep space. Hey, Mark, I've seen these things before. When I was in a rehab one time, an old church. It was a nun's rectory type of deal, like the rectory that's next to a church where the nuns used to live. Well, that's what it was before. It was like a halfway house type rehab thing. And when I was staying in there, at 3 o'clock in the morning, this dark, shadowy, figure was standing at the foot of my bed just watching me as I slept. And I woke up and looked right at it, and it was the most sinister, like I can see right through it. You could tell it wasn't good. It was evil. And I picked up my pillowcase and my pillows and my blanket, and I fucking threw it at the whatever the fuck it was, and I started screaming at the top of my lungs, "Help me! Help me!" And I threw the thing at it, and then I closed my eyes and I buried my head, and then I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep my eyes closed. I'm going to run to the door and flip on the light switch. And that's what I did. And when I flipped on the light switch, it wasn't there. It was gone. And I walk out in the hallway, and the one guy was doing his rounds, walking around with the flashlight. He used to have to check on us to make sure we were in our rooms and in our beds and do count. And, then I'm thinking, well, was it him? And then so I go out in the hallway, and I'm like, he sees me. He's like, can't sleep. And I was like, did you just hear me scream, help? He's like, no, I haven't heard nothing. You can hear a pin drop in here. I'm like, you did not just hear me scream for help? He's like, no. And I said, did you check my room yet? Did you come in my room yet? And he said, no, I was actually 2 rooms away from yours. I'm still working my way down to get to your room. I'm like, he's like, why? And I'm like, no reason. And then, I went downstairs and I slept on the couch that night. I didn't even go back up to my room, and I didn't even want to sleep in my room. I left the place shortly thereafter. Figures I just close my eyes and go back to sleep. I'm experiencing shit too. A couple of times in my life I've experienced seeing these dark, shadowy figures, and they're always standing at the foot of my bed, no matter where I'm at. It happened in my mom's when I was younger. It happened in the rehab place I was at. And I just don't get good vibes from whatever these things are. I believe them to be extraterrestrial related. I don't believe them to be ghosts at all. I don't believe they were human spirits at one time. I don't believe they were humans. There's something different. That's for sure. Once they know you're onto them, they make themselves known to you. Really. So one's gonna make themselves known to me now? I hope not. Like I said, I didn't get a good vibe from these things. They weren't trying to harm me both times I witnessed this. They were all both times at the foot of my bed, just looking at me, watching me sleep. But when I look at them, when I open my eyes and I physically look at them, like, you see there's a person there, but it's just dark. It's a dark mass. And it's just fucking creepy, man. And I don't get a good vibe, but they're, when I stare at them, it's not like they go away. Like, the time in the rehab, I was staring at this thing for probably, 10, 15 seconds before I fucking started launching my pillows. I picked up my blankets, my comforter, and I threw it all at one time. Threw it all right at this thing. And this thing was still there. And I buried my head and then got up and ran to the light and flipped the light on real quick. And it was gone. Sorry I can't fight to sleep much longer. Night, everyone. Good night, Mass. I was remote viewing on some sort of UFO, and I tried going up into the cockpit, and I got attacked by like 7. By like 7 what? 7 aliens? Well, what kind of aliens were they, Mark? What do you remember? Were they the Greys? Were they the reptilians? You know, were they Anunnaki? Were they fucking, you know, the Nordics? You know, what were they? What, did they look human? What were they? Please elaborate. Yeah, I'm getting off too soon, guys. About another, time is it? About another 6, 7 minutes I'm getting off. Is this my wife walking down here? Is this my wife walking down here? Is that you, babe? Babe? Is that you? Julie? Yeah, that's you. Why ain't you answering me? I'm saying, babe, is that you? Where the hell are you going?
Nowhere. I just got my stuff.
What stuff?
My keys, my purse.
Oh.
You see Maz is leaving, right?
Maz, you're leaving? Yep. Alright, Maz, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you stopping by all the time to support the channel and your conversation. We appreciate your, you know, your opinions. We value. Welcome back anytime. Wow, Mark. They already have made themselves known to you. You see those little flashes. Okay, I know I see the flashes, but I don't see figures in these flashes. The Greys have made themselves known to me. I've seen them. They've held me down at night. The Greys have made themselves, you know, pretty apparent that they chose me for something. I just don't know what it is. You know, as my friend, old friend Cosmic would say, you know, I'm a UFO magnet. I just am. I don't know why I am. I just am. These things seem to gravitate towards me.
What are you doing? The ground's crooked.
Ground is crooked. Probably walking on. It is. We're on an actual hill right now because I'm like walking downwards.
I'm like,
Yeah, the street's starting to arch, and we're starting to sink in right here. The whole ground's starting to sink in right here.
it felt like I was tipping over.
Remember the sinkhole that opened up over here by Dana's old house? There was a sinkhole that opened, so this whole area could be a sinkhole waiting to happen. This whole area could be a sinkhole waiting to happen.
Open door.
What, are we leaving?
No, I just want to film right here.
I would have to say deep meditation, and you know where your chakras are and where earth energy is strong. You got to have the knowledge of the stars. You go to have the knowledge of the chakras. You got to have the hyper tolerance. I think that helps.
Oh yeah, leave me there to get stolen.
Well, I've been up in space before. I know that. I know for a fact I've been in space at least one time. And I was on a UFO basically. That's how I describe it. And I was in a room. And in this room there was a big bay window on the wall to the right of me. And as I looked out the window, you know, you could see space and you could see all the planets and fucking stars as you're passing by them. It was crazy. And it was like a lucid dream, just like the dream with the Greys holding me down. It was the same type of dream where I thought, you know, this is too real to be a dream. Nice, he leaves me there to get stolen. What a great husband. What are you talking about? Left you where? I didn't leave you anywhere. We got 8 likes. I'm just 2 likes away from my 10 likes. Mrs., did you like it?
Of course I did.
2 people did not like the vid. Or, I mean, 1 person who's in here did not like this video. There we go, 9 at least. Okay, we need one more. I could always put it over the top after the live feed to make it a even 10, but I don't like to have to like my own video.
Getting on my husband's life feed. I
Hmm?
don't have to worry about it.
85% of my artwork is from remote viewing. That's pretty cool. So you're drawing shit that you see. Remote viewing is a tricky subject, my friend. A lot of people lost their lives over remote viewing. You know, all the governments of the world were trying to get their hands on these certain remote viewing devices. And supposedly the United States stole one from the Germans, from the Antarctic Germans. Not here on Earth, but in space. They actually, you know, basically sent like a space Navy SEAL team up. You know, like SEAL Team 6 that went hunting for Bin Laden. Well, they sent a SEAL team up to this this giant UFO or whatever they had up in space that had this object for remote viewing on it. And we supposedly stole the object and then blew up their ship. And they got us back somehow, but I can't remember what that was. But I know they got us back. They got us back for that. Oh, the Space Shuttle Challenger. Remember the Space Shuttle Challenger, y'all? Remember when the Space Shuttle Challenger blew up in the late 80s? I believe it was 88 or 89. Well, there's conspiracy theorists that say they can see a UFO fly into the picture right before the thing blows up. So, you know, and I've heard a little story that, and this is supposedly a true story from a whistleblower, that the Antarctic Germans had their hands on this remote viewing device. We wanted to get it. We didn't have it yet. So we went up to their UFO or whatever the hell they had that was, you know, it orbits around Earth just like how the ISS does and shit. And supposedly we sent like a sneaky ninja SEAL team up there. They fucking stole the object somehow. They got onto the vessel. They stole the object and then they blew the thing up. Their craft or their vehicle, whatever it was, they blew it up. And supposedly payback for that, after we stole the remote viewer from them, even though they had more remote viewers, they didn't want to lose any because they knew what it could do and how powerful it is. And in the wrong hands, they know, you know, they didn't want that. So we got our hands on this remote viewer. And as payback for blowing up the ship and stealing the remote viewer, the Antarctic Germans actually blew up the Space Shuttle Challenger. They blew it up. There's a lot of conspiracy around that whole shuttle thing. You know, I heard the people didn't even die. They're still alive. They're like in the witness protection type shit. There's like all kinds of crazy rumors flying about that mission. We're all on it now. We know, missus. Hello, what's going on, Helen? I'm overtired. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired myself. Billy Bob, can you believe that bitch is still stalking me? Him? Billy Bob's still here? Oh, yeah. Heard a theory once that Antarctica is an alien prison where they frozen prisoners. Really? Well, I know Hitler escaped there. We have the proof, we have the facts that Adolf Hitler escaped the bunker, fled to South America, and then down to Antarctica. Then we have Operation High Jump trying to chase him down and kill the remaining Third Reich people that were down in Antarctica. They were encountered by UFOs with Nazi insignias on the side of them, basically Nazi symbols, you know, painted on the side of these unidentified flying objects that were defying gravity in the sky, so the witnesses claimed. And they destroyed a lot of their, you know, vehicles and boats and fucking whatever have you, planes. And they went back with their tail tucked between their legs, and they told our government, you know, Hitler got his hands on some kind of, you know, unidentified flying object, and he is now able to defy the laws of gravity, fly to space and back in a single second, you know, and we knew right then and there we were outnumbered, so we basically left them alone from that day until we stole the remote viewer from them. We basically worked out treaties with them that, you know, okay, we know you're there, we know you have this high power, please don't hurt us, and they said, well, we'll agree not to hurt you, but, you know, you got to take our scientists and give them jobs. Operation Paperclip. I don't know. Makes sense to me. I think I'm going to get going, guys. I got to go get something to eat and go to bed for the night. Peace and love, guys. I don't know if tomorrow's going to be the day I do laundry, so I might be on tomorrow. If it's not a nice day tomorrow, if it's cloudy, gloomy or something, I might go do laundry. So the next shitty day we have here over Buffalo, New York, I'm doing laundry. They found pyramids in Antarctica. Old as fuck. Oh, I know they did. You see them on Google Earth and shit all the time. You used to see them. You don't see them anymore. But you used to see the triangle, the mountains. You know, you Google Earth over in the mountains, you will see. Well, you used to be able to see mountains shaped like triangles, man. And that's real shit. They have a whole underground city. You know, when people talk about Atlantis, y'all, and what a metropolis it is, and it's, you know, the perfect, you know, temperature year round. It's like the 70 or I think it's like high 70s, like 77 or I don't know. But it's like a perfect temperature all year round, and it's just like a fucking paradise. There's warm waters, and, you know, it's a utopia. Well, that exists still. There's a reason they have never found Atlantis, but people throughout history have talked so much about it. Because it's there, it exists. It's just nobody's found it yet, except for the Antarctic Germans. They found it. It's hollow earth, y'all, and it lies underneath the earth in Antarctica. Just a little bit of tidbit facts before we get on out of here. Everyone have a good night. Love y'all. You too, Debbie. Have a great night. The 10 Lost Tribes. Night, Penny. Night, Billy Bob. Stop back again, Billy Bob. Don't be a stranger, man. Don't disappear on me for, 8-9 months again. Stick around this time. We're in this for the long haul. Billy Bob, I'll get you that wrench back. All you got to do is comment on my video. Comment on one of my videos from today. And I'll hook you up with a wrench. You'll get your wrench back. I'm live damn near every night around 7:30, 8 o'clock. All right, Billy Bob. Yeah, comment on one of my videos. We'll get you the wrench back. We'll have a room full of wrenches, whacking the shit out of people. Peace and love, y'all. Only 3 people left in here anyways. Take care, y'all. Good night.